Sometimes you're at the airport just trying to mind your own business, and then bam, you get slapped in the face with ignorance. That's how it started for me. Amara Sloan, a black teenager just trying to catch my flight with my budget Zone 5 ticket, no less. Little did I know I was about to turn a moment of embarrassment into an unforgettable comeback. So there I was, standing in line, waiting to board, and right at that moment I crossed paths with Captain Doyle. Picture this, a middle-aged guy with a pilot's hat like he's some hotshot straight out of a movie. He sees my ticket and just scoffs Zone 5. Hope you brought a good book for the wait. The laughter that rippled through the line felt like knives. It stung. I mean, who does this guy think he is? But you know what? I held my head high, managed a tight smile, and thought to myself, you have no idea who you're talking to. Because here's the thing, what Captain Doyle didn't know was that my expertise in aviation wasn't just an interest. It was my passion. I had been spending countless weekends in the hangar with my mom, Celeste Sloan, building a private jet from scratch. Yeah, that's right, from scratch. And we weren't just tinkering with plans, no. We were building the real deal. But standing there, I felt that old familiar feeling. Being underestimated was like a weight on my chest, squeezing tighter the more I tried to shake it off. Still, I could sense the spark inside me. I was determined not to let that jerk define my day or my worth. Fast forward a bit. Our boarding was delayed, and I was sitting there minding my business when the overhead speakers crackled. Attention passengers, we have an emergency flight 427 is returning for an emergency landing due to electrical failure. I could see the panic in everyone's eyes, including Doyle's. His smugness had vanished, replaced with real concern. And just as I was catching my breath, the voice over the PA continued, "We need assistance from anyone familiar with aviation." I shot a glance at my mom, who nodded firmly. This was it, a chance to prove them all wrong. We jumped into action, racing towards the flight deck. Once we were on board, I could feel the tension in the air. Captain Doyle was pacing like a trapped animal. I stepped up, kept my voice steady. "Captain, we can help. We have the tech to get this plane back in the air." When he saw me, I could almost hear him swallow his pride. "You're just a kid," he muttered, but his eyes betrayed him. "Let me show you what I can do." In a storm of wires and flashing lights, I went to work alongside my mom. As I looked over at Doyle, I could see something shift in him. Slowly, maybe hesitantly, he took a step back and let us lead. I felt that weight on my chest lift a bit more. This was my moment. And then came the storm. Oh, the storm. It hit hard. As we took off in our jet, I felt the adrenaline pumping. Every twist and turn was a new challenge. I worked the controls, feeling the plane respond to my hands as I co-piloted through the turbulence. "Just breathe, Amara. You got this," I reminded myself. This was the culmination of my countless hours in that hangar, and damn it if I was going to let a little storm scare me. I remember squinting through the rain, focusing on my mom's steady hand guiding me beside her. We were a team, a family, and we could do anything when we worked together. And then it happened. We made our approach for the landing. The steady thrum of the engine was almost like a heartbeat pounding, but steady, just like us. Doyle sat behind me, silent now, as I lined up the runway. I shouted my commands, feeling every eye in the cockpit, watching every passenger, praying silently. I could sense the shift, the respect. We touched down, and just like that, all of the tension melted into applause as the passengers erupted. And there was Captain Doyle looking at me, his expression a mixture of disbelief, respect, and perhaps a touch of shame. He stepped forward, eyes full of sincerity, and said, "I was wrong, Amara. I judged you too quickly." As he spoke those words, a wave of relief washed over me. I had not only proven myself, but had changed someone's preconceived notions about who I was. Fast forward 3 years, I spotted Doyle at an aviation symposium. He had swapped his pilot's cap for a teaching hat, sharing his journey and how he had changed his ways. I couldn't help but approach him. "Hey, Captain, good to see you embracing new paths." Smiling warmly, he said, "That day with you changed everything for me." And there it was, a flicker of hope. It taught me that people can change, that sometimes it just takes one moment to spark that growth. And isn't that what life is about? We go through challenges, faced with prejudice and assumptions, building ourselves up from the doubts of others. The truth is, we all have a little Amara inside us, ready to prove the world wrong. So I want to know, have you ever faced moments where you felt underestimated? Maybe you've overcome doubt or witnessed someone else's turnaround. Share your stories in the comments. Because here's the thing, no dream is limited by the ticket you hold. We just need the courage to flim.